Then the then in this slide we have mentioned that we'll talk about Boolean operators and truncation. Most of these databases are they are textual database. So there are some sort of operators. The exact name should be the Boolean operators that we can use in order to identify the proximity of two closed concept. Okay, so for example, you can see these the operator, the and, the or, the not, the truncation operator. We'll talk about it. What and operator do? If you have read in discrete mathematics, and will simply try to extract. If you are going to use this operator between two words, it will simply include all the results where those two words will be together or will be in that document. Similarly, the or, if you're using between two keywords, it will, if either of the keywords is available, that result will be in your list, in your search list. Similarly, the third operator is the not operator. When you want to exclude any particular keyword, use this operator. Then we have a truncation operator. What truncation operator do? Truncation operator simply truncates the need to write the entire keyword. So for example, we'll talk about how we are going to use truncation operator. Then there are variety of special operators which is only available in paid database. Like I have mentioned here, near, ADJ, same, with, P and D. So these operators, like most of these paid databases, they have this is the reason they are paid databases, because they have provided these very useful Boolean operators. So in these paid database, you can search a particular concept or particular keyword in a particular paragraph or in a particular line or in a particular section. So that's why these paid databases gives much more relevant results than the other databases. Then the another thing is that we have to use the available filters in a very intelligent way if you want to develop an effective search strategy. Most of the these databases, whether it is a free public databases or a paid database, they have these filters. Means they will provide you some sort of date filter, be it a filing date of a patent, or be it a publication date of any scholarly or technical article in a tech journal like IEEE or ACM. And again, these databases also provide the filters like the authors, the inventors, or the country where it is published, or the assignee, or the invention or research category. When we talk about invention or research category, means most of these databases have has grouped their published paper or their invention in a particular tech category. So for example, if you want to find papers related to or research scholarly article related to image processing, it will be grouped in a one particular class of the technology. So we have to see how we can use these available filters in order to get more relevant results. Then let's see, and let's use these examples, use this strategy on some of the free and some of the paid databases, how we can use this strategy. So the first thing is, like I have said, that wherever or whenever you are going to research on a particular topic, wherever you want to identify the relevant prior art related to research topic or the invention you are going to build or you are researching on, always keep these 4 questions handy and ready. So the first question is that, what was the first question? What is the problem or objective that you research or invention is going to solve? Okay, so here, as I have already mentioned, the researcher has mentioned that he wants to build a secure V2X communication platform. So then again the second question was, what does the invention constitute? Like, what are the building blocks of our invention? So we have mentioned that securing and all the keywords related to security is relevant to our search strategy. So security, then encryption, okay, cryptography. These are the keywords that came into my mind. That's why I'm writing here. It depends upon your research topic, and you can include lots of these keywords. Then another building block is V2X. So as we have mentioned that for V2X, what does V2X mean? So it's vehicle to infra, vehicle to everything. So it is also known as vehicle to vehicle. Then it is also known as V2V in the in this telecom literature. Then we also have D2D, or device to device, or we can use PROC. In other words, it is known as proximity services. So these are the building blocks of our invention. So the keyword should be ready, and communication platform. So what is our communication platform? It should be wireless. It should be radio communication. It should be 5G. Another word is NR, new radio technology. It should be LT or 4G, or we can see that it should be 3G. Another word for 3G is UMTS. I have a background in the telecommunication. That's why I remember these keywords, these relevant keywords. That's why I'm mentioning these quickly. Again, depend upon your research topic. You can write these keywords. Somebody who's is researching in a particular field, they are already aware about these topics. So these are the building blocks of our invention. Now, another part is how to do the concept search. So the concept search. So in order to do the concept search, in order to build a strategy, we have to get the answer to the third question: what does the solution or invention do? So what does the solution or invention do? I don't remember it right now. So let's see how it was mentioned in the. So you can see here, the researcher has mentioned. So we are simply copying it and writing it here. So researcher has mentioned that what does our invention do? So they're securing V2X communication platform through AES 120 to 128-bit encryption that is implemented through a server-based API. So now we know we can divide this entire concept in two groups, and we can use Boolean operators in order to attach to concept and search in the database. So here, securing V2X communication is the first part. Then these are the solutions which can form these. So securing, so we have already various keywords related to securing and cryptography. So copy it here. Now these keywords, security, encryption and cryptography, these are related to, basically they are the same concept. So what we do here, we'll use Boolean operators to include all of these concepts. So here security or encryption or cryptography, basically they are the same concept which we have to capture. And again, AES 128-bit encryption. So we can write here AES. Okay, so 128-bit encryption, we can put it here, but no need to do it. Okay, because in this way our search will be much broader. So this is our securing. Then our V2X communication platform, we have already mentioned here, vehicle to here, vehicle to infra, vehicle to everything. So we have mentioned here vehicle to infra and vehicle to proximity, and we'll use all these keywords. We'll use all these keywords so that we can include everything. So vehicle to infrastructure, let's quote it so that we can not miss it. Then vehicle to everything, then vehicle to vehicle, then V to V. So you can see here I am using the Boolean operator OR because I want to find every patent or every research article which are disclosing these keywords. Any of them will be relevant to our study or our invention or our research topic. So I have mentioned here like this. So, and again, for the communication platform, we'll include all these keywords here. So we have wireless, radio, 5G, NR, LT, 4G, 3G, UMTS. So basically we have covered every possible keyword. So our objective here to use the Boolean operators is we want to find every relevant result which have either of these keywords. Okay, now they're implementing this AES 128-bit encryption through a server-based API. Now server-based API is something we'll put it here like there. Okay. Now we have to search this concept, how we are going to find it. So we want to, what we'll do, like you can see here, I have already used a Boolean operator OR because I want to include every possible keyword. Okay. So now let's see, let's do a quick search on Google Patent and see how we can find some relevant result. So what we can do here in Google, you can simply copy here, then we can use another Boolean operator AND. So what we want here, we want to search every relevant result which has provided security, every article or every patent where it has been disclosed the security, the concept of security in V2X. Okay, every possible keywords related to V2X has been provided here. So now you can see that we have get around 6,950 results, but most of these results are relevant to our research topic. So for example, the first patent which we got from Google Patent is lawful interception for device to device communication. Now as I have already mentioned that D2D communication, vehicular, we want a secure platform for vehicular communication. So these might be relevant. Okay, then Again, most of these are D2D communication, D2D communication. Pro C we are getting, okay, establishing a D2D communication session. So you can see these, we are getting most of these relevant results. Okay. So these are the example of D2D communication or vehicular communication that is relevant to our result. Suppose you don't want this D2D concept and you actually want vehicle to infrastructure or vehicle to everything, vehicle to vehicle. So remove V2V and see if you're getting the relevant result or not, because this is much broader than that. So, so now you can see here we are getting few results which might be relevant to vehicle to infrastructure or vehicle to vehicle. So for example, like this is one of the patent. Let's see if it is related or not. So you can see that this is no, this inventive solution is referred to as vehicular datagram transport layer security. So it is talking about vehicular networks in communication, and they are talking about securing it or security platform related to it. Okay, so here you can see that how our effective search strategy, which is which has been built on the concept, the keywords, okay, and effective use of synonyms, and how it is giving us more relevant result. So this example we have presented here is on Google patent. Similar keywords. So you can see here we can now here copy paste our So here you can see I have used two Boolean operators here. Firstly, I have used OR. Okay, I have used OR operators in order to collect all of the relevant synonym for a particular topic. So I wanted all the keywords related to security. So security, encryption, cryptography, AES, these all are the relevant keywords. And I have joined these keywords with vehicle environment or vehicular network. And I got all the relevant result. Okay. So here you can see how we can use these Boolean operators like AND or effectively, okay, intelligently in order to get the relevant result. So let's see how does it work, okay, on Google or on Google Scholar, because Google Scholar will give us the scholarly article, and this Boolean operator works also there. So here I have copy pasted it. So now you can see that the interesting thing about Google Scholar is that it gives you the scholarly article as well as the patent. And that's why you can see that there are lots of technical article like this IEEE paper. The topic seems very relevant to our research topic. Okay, so in our topic, researcher wanted to develop a secure V2X communication platform. And the name of the topic here is a security credential management system for V2V communication. Uh, from the title, it seems quite relevant. Let's see how does it look. Okay, so it is fine. It looks fine. It seems relevant to our. So you can see that they have architecture like device 1, device 2. They have some background network and background software. How does it working, and they have some sort of information related to network security. So you can see that with the effective use of these Boolean operators through concept forming, we can get relevant result to our research topic or our invention. Again, if you want to narrow down your result, or if you want to narrow down the number, the hits of your relevant result, you can add more concept using other Boolean operators. Okay, here we have used only two concepts. We want a secure communication platform, for for weak layer communication or for connected cars. Here we got. Okay, now coming back to you know, another example where we are going to search this similar concept in a paid database. So you can see there, like in the previous session, we have talked about various type of paid databases, and how these databases are relevant and provide results. So if you're talking about Derwent innovation is specifically for it's a very famous and very popular, very reliable integration of worldwide patent databases. So here you can search patent and the search and all that. So let's try to implement the similar solution here. So what we want to search our concept securing V2X communication platform in title abstract claims. So we have already here, so we can simply copy paste it here. I think it will work here. And again, these tools, especially these paid patent database tool, provides variety of filters that we can use. That will give you much more relevant result than these free databases. So here you can see that in these filters you can put variety of technology classifications like CPC or IPC, or you can put some sort of legal status, some sort of citation example. Okay, people or organization these patents belongs to. Okay, the inventor, the assignee applicant, the owner of the patent, or something like that. So but here let's do not use any other filter. Let's simply search the concept here. Okay, so let's not even use the date, priority date also. Let's eliminate it and see how much relevant results we are getting. So considering these data, like this Derwent innovation database is much more exhaustive than any other database. It includes patent from more than 200 countries. So this might gives us more result. So let's search it and find out. So like we have talked about intelligent use of filter. So now here you can see that we try to search two concepts. Okay, that is close proximity to all the patents or all the documents which are talking about communicate security or the cryptographic technique, or securing the communication in vehicular infrastructure. Here we got around, as you can see, we got around 1048 individual records. In other words, we got around 1048 patents filed that is talking about, that is disclosing security architecture or the security techniques, encryption techniques in a vehicular communication or vehicular infrastructure communication. So you can see how we are getting those relevant results. You can see from the topic, these patents are very relevant. So for example, this Brazilian patents, the title is method for facilitating communication between communication device involves receiving vehicle to everything configuration parameter from parameter configuration network element and sending configuration parameter to terminal. So these are disclosing the relevant results related to it. Again, we can put some relevant filters here. For example, we should always use filters whenever we are developing any search strategy, because it is a good practice to do that. So let's put some date restriction here and see how much result we are getting after that. So You can see popular. So there are lots of number and date. So let's see. I want to find out all the patent which is talking about vehicular, security in vehicular communication in the year or from the year 2019. Okay, let's see what 3-year result says. So you can see that, you can see here the hits here. There are 527 patents filed in last 3 years worldwide, in the field of vehicular security of vehicular communication. So it's a very hot field. We can see here, we can get that idea. Okay. So this is the example which we have shown you how to use it, how to use the filters, and and let's say suppose you want to use another filter where you want to see. Uh, Suppose this is your research topic and you want to see, is there any particular company who wants to work, you know, who wants to work in in this field, in this vehicular communication field, or is there any company who are making any security product for vehicular communication or V2V infrastructure? Let's see it. Let's put that filter and get that idea. So you can see here, like this tool providing very intelligent filters, like people in an organization. Let's see the assignee, any assignee or applicant, interesting assignee. So uh, one name that came into my mind is Ericsson, because Ericsson is one of the prominent company in the telecom field, and they have filed numerous patents, and they have developed quality products, potential products related to telecommunication infrastructure. So let's see, like if Ericsson is doing something in this field. So you can put here simply, or you can simply look up the name here. So there are lots of name here, but let's use it. Let's use Ericsson only. I think that will give us the idea. So here, as you can see that we were not able to find any patent, okay, where Ericsson is working, or no, if Ericsson is working, or if Ericsson has filed any patent in last 3 years into vehicle to infrastructure or vehicle to everything or V2V platform. So this is the example uh, where where we have showed how to search the relevant patent or relevant non-patent literature. Again, when we have talked about intelligent user filter, for even in the Google Scholar thing, you can put the the date range, or you can sort the patent from the date, from the relevance, or something like that. So again, this is the concept. This is the style of developing search strategy and core concept. Okay, so again I'm repeating, or we can reiterate what we have learned so far. Okay, so again, so whenever you are going to develop a search strategy, you have you have to remember it always. An effective search strategy is built by these 6 blocks. The first thing is that the concept should be very clear. Okay, what is your research topic, or what is the topic of your invention, the core concept behind it. Okay, the background concept of your research. When we are talking about background concept, it means what is the platform, what are the building blocks of your invention or the research topic. Then we have to form an effective variety of keywords. Okay, how this invention is represented in these textual databases. Then we have to build the synonyms for these keywords. Then we have to use those filters which are available for these databases. And all in all, these these building blocks will form a good search strategy. Okay, and another thing is that remember, whenever you do, be it your university research, whether you're going to write a paper, whether you're going to, um, present it in a symposium or international conference, or you're going to invent something, or you're planning to file a patent, always ask these 4 questions whenever you're going to search the prior art. The first question is, what is the problem or objective that your research or invention is going to solve? Okay, so this is the objective, that should be clear. Okay, the second question is, what does the solution or the invention constitute? The building blocks of invention. How are invention are made? What are the invention made of? The third question is that, what does the solution or the invention do? Exactly. So these are the 3 questions that is very important. If you know the answer to the 4 questions, then it is well and good. Okay, but it requires the advanced understanding of the concept. For example, here we know that securing V2X communication platform was the objective. The researcher wanted to develop something like that, so that was the topic. And another thing is that researcher knew that, okay, these are the building blocks securing V2X communication. Sorry, these are the topic. The third point is, what does the solution or invention do? Okay, so the answer to that question should be very specific here. The research is securing V2X or vehicular communication platform through the use of AES 128-bit encryption that is implemented using a server-based API. And the fourth question is that how that is implemented. It means that if you knew the algorithm behind it, how does it working, then you can formulate your key string using that. Then you have to use these Boolean operators, and or not, or truncation operator or some special operators. Okay, in order to find relevant result. Another thing is that use available filters and find the relevant result. So this is it from my side. Okay, if you have any query, you can drop here. You can drop your query on this email ID. Thank you for your time.